discretion is advised.
Father David Kahn says Adeina gave her life to save her children. As tears flowed for murdered mother of three, Adeina Allen, her children sat in the front pew of the Pro-Cathedral of Our Lady of Perpetual Help, San Fernando, unaware that she had sacrificed her life for theirs. As he delivered the homily at Allen's farewell yesterday, Father David Kahn told mourners that the greatest deception Allen received from the man who was supposed to love her was his intention to kill her two children. Kahn revealed that her final act of love was to sacrifice herself in their place. Despite all her pains, her sadness, and her sorrow, she knew the love of God, and she knew that love so much she laid down her life for her children. For those who do not know, in her last moments, the trickery was, the deceit was, he was going to kill her child. That was the trickery, and she offered herself as a sacrifice, Kahn said. As Allen's body left the cathedral, her daughter, Shyla, kissed her on the forehead and placed the yellow and white rose on her chest. During the service, she knelt before the altar and prayed for her mother. Last Wednesday, Allen, 34, a supervisor at Puff and Stuff Bakery in Vista Bella, left her apartment 2 Building 3 home in Embarcadero, San Fernando, to visit her former lover and father of her children, Dwight Waldron. She had taken her 7-year-old son and her 2-year-old toddler to see Waldron, a 33-year-old watchman who lived in Building 5. Her 10-year-old daughter was not there. However, during the visit, Waldron savagely attacked Allen to death while the toddler screamed on the bed. The elder son ran to neighbors for help, but when they arrived, Allen was already dead. The neighbors subsequently found Waldron in the kitchen with a cord around his neck. Neighbors and relatives said Allen had ended her relationship with Waldron, who had threatened to kill her. He even sharpened knives and tested them on himself before murdering her, they revealed. Noting that scores of women had made similar fates while trying to leave abusive relationships over the past few years, Kahn said it means that despite all the tragic experiences, it was clear that the nation has not learned its lesson. This is not the first time this has happened. Over and over this has happened in our nation, and we did not learn. We did not let experiences change us. If we want change, we have to do things differently, Kahn said. He said that abuse always begins with harsh language before it turns into physical violence. He said that in the lead-up to Allen's death, she most likely cried out for help. What did you and I do as a people who say that we are a people of God, that we are brothers and sisters? Have we done what we were supposed to do? Acknowledging that both women and men suffer domestic abuse, Kahn advised mourners that if someone claims to love them but abuses them, that is not true love. He reminded them that action speaks louder than words. He told them that anyone unwilling to lay down their life for them but puts their lives in danger is not a friend. While Puff and Stuff remained open yesterday, colleagues paid tribute with memories and poems. Allen was buried at the Rudal Cemetery in San Fernando. There has been an upsurge in female victims of gender-based crime in the past few months. Allen is one of the several recent domestic-related murder, gender-based violence victims over the past few months. On Friday, a man threw gasoline on a woman, 19, after he shot and killed her boyfriend in Valencia. She managed to escape unhurt. On March 4th, a Princestown woman was shot and wounded in her living room. The unknown intruder ran off. 2 days earlier, on March 2nd, Karen Ruseo's body was found at a house at Buenintendo Road, Princestown. The 53-year-old mother of 2 and grandmother of 1 was beaten to death. Hours after the discovery, police held her common-law husband, Robert Taylor. Police charged him with murder, and the case is pending. On February 28, a Pinal woman, 26, was shot to the back of her head at home by a gunman who fled. She survived the ordeal. Andrea Barrett, 23, was kidnapped on January 29 after getting into a PH car. Her body was found at the bottom of a precipice in the heights of Arepo 6 days later. The incident sparked nationwide protests and vigils, with people calling for women to be protected. The vigils also highlighted other murder victims like San Juan resident Ashanti Riley, 18, who was kidnapped and later killed after getting into a PH car in December. Reshma Kanchan was decapitated by her ex-husband Sunil Dookie.